This is day 5 at Kavieng, New Ireland province, Nago Island. It's been pretty good today, day 5. Last lecture from Duke University's biologist. Pretty interesting. I just gave her a break today. Didn't want to get into too much of the hypothermal vents and the seabed mining, but I'll just pretty much just ask William, the course coordinator, straightforward about some questions that I have. I guess I just now been hanging around the UPNG students, and they're giving me a warm local welcome. I think they're very intelligent, and we're pretty much on an international level of higher learning. They have a unique modified pidgin language that they adapted over years of communicating one race togetherness. I've gathered a lot of information on just the local untouched and traditional ways that are still active. We've done presentations and dissections this week, and we're pretty much waiting for next week to start so we can get into our remote operated vehicles. It's kind of tiring, but gotta hang in there. I guess we're the pioneers of the ROV here in Nago Island. There will be a field trip going out to some other islands that the Japanese plane was shot down, so I'll be able to give you some footage on that, or some pictures at least. There's also big machine guns that are over there next to this island here, and we should be field tripping that way to check it out. Other than that, it's been going well. I've been hanging around the local guys. They're very traditional, and they're very. I'm picking up a little bit of pidgin, so I'll be hanging around them for the rest of my 2 weeks and a weekend. I guess we're going to town tomorrow, Kavieng, so I'll be able to see the market and see what local life is here. This is a remote island that I'm in right now. And the main island is right across, probably 15-minute boat ride. I think the first week of the courses went well. I think I participated far enough into the zoology and the invertebrates and vertebrate biology part, which is tiring. Nothing really else going on. I think it's a good class of people to be pioneering this new program, and I think it's an opportunity for everyone here to get involved into the frontier programs that they got going on, such as observations on these vessels. And based on Tonga enacting the law to mine, I think there's a place where I can be placed at. But from what I'm knowing, that development won't happen until 2020. But PNG will already be in effect. So most likely I can probably look into some type of field work here to see what's coming next to Tonga. I really enjoy talking with the Papua New Guineans. They really have a friendly, welcoming way, and it sort of seems like all these bad things that you do hear about them, you can't really take it to heart. You know, it's bad. It's bad everywhere. There's bad people everywhere. You can't say that everywhere you go is going to be a safe place. But I feel safe. I feel at home. They're treating me like with open arms. They're giving me indigenous information. They're reaching out, and even though they're a diverse culture, and they're still sharing that diversity with me. So I appreciate it. They're teaching me pidgin. They're taking me out. They're very nice. They're very whakatamaiki, like the Tongans. They have their own little, they have similarities. We also have differences, but I just really, they're really on the front line of these politics. They're on the front line of in their university. They had some activists there, I guess, a couple years back, '94. I guess the police shot 4 of them. So they're pretty much on the international level of what happens with the politics and with the students and activism and marching and doing what they feel is right for the people. So I give them big props, because even based on I stay in Fiji and go and I'm a student at University of South Pacific. I don't see too much activism and too much, fist in the air and, proud and, marching, and you just don't do all that. But, what can you do? This is just, it'll be a short one today. Had a long night, had a long day. Had, I guess even as it's ending with this bioluminescent light features of creatures down there in the deep sea and hypothermal vents, it almost seems like they're teaching us about all these species down there and all these features that these animals have, close to the thermal vent, and but they're not giving us information about the impacts to these animals. But that's a question I'm gonna ask the course coordinator, because I didn't want to. I think I piled too many questions on Duke University's trainer, but I guess I'll just go straight to the source, the organizer and the person who's been there, which is William Salau. I'll get the names right. But he's pretty down to earth. He's pretty much been to different places and has a lot of experience in seabed mining in Papua New Guinea. And so he would be the go-to guy that if I needed to know these questions about seabed mining. I'm pretty sure he would be the one to inform me on the right path. And just while I end, I just like to end with the not knowing where I stand in this, but I guess it's managers and policy writers and makers that I have to be somewhere to see what's happening myself, just based on my background in marine affairs. and marine science. But with that, I guess we don't know what's going to happen. Um, there is not enough research about these animals. There is not enough research about mining. It's so brand new. It's so being developed. Laws are being enacted. Regulations are being put in order. Um, PNG governments in different places are trying to just take government and just government their own provinces. It's just so big here that each want to govern their own provinces and their own resources. They have a different property rights on their property also, which is they just kept traditional. So that would be like, or Tonga kind of just, put it open access because the king wanted everything. Well, they did ask me, how did we feel like having a king? I told them it's okay. It's just, but they're in a land of many chiefs and many many kings, which we were at one time. But this day 5 here at Nautilus Island, Papua New Guinea. They say this is like the most beautiful place, the most beautiful province, and I'm lucky to be here, which I am. This place is very beautiful, it's very sandy, it's very clean, very sustainable, compost toilets, rainwater. Everything is coconut wood, and they even have a lacquer thing, just thatch roofs. They got some cement and some tin, but very sustainable. And I'm very happy to be here. But until next time, I guess day 6 will be in town, so I'll be able to walk you to town, to Kavieng, New Island province. So until I see you then, I'll check you out.